Hello Bookish friends, welcome to another Tag Tuesday video. This Tuesday I'm going to do a tag that I was tagged actually months ago. Three Musketeers book tag, which was originated by Teacup, the storyteller. I love her channel, she's so sweet. And I was tagged by my very dear friend Emily at Novels. I will link both of their videos down in the description box. I really liked the questions in this tag. The first question is, Alexandre Dumas was born in the 19th century. Do you have a favorite time period to read about? If yes, what do you like about it? I like to read about the time period between two world wars. The most important reason is that it is the years that the Turkish Republic was founded and the change in this Turkish society, how it was a revolution in terms of education, human rights and everything else. I think it is a fascinating time in our history. Additionally, I like reading about the years before Great Depression in Europe and US. I also really love the 1920s fashion. Question 2. Alexandre Dumas was born in France. Is there a French author whose book you'd recommend? I would recommend one of my father's favorite authors, Jean-Christophe Grange. I read two thriller books from him. The Turkish title of the first one was Kurtlar İmparatorluğu and the English title was The Empire of the Wolves. And Kızıl Nehirler, the English title of that book was Crimson Rivers. Additionally, a part of The Empire of the Wolves takes place in Turkey, and it was a very interesting book to read for me for that reason as well. Question 3. Alexandre Dumas often based his novels on real events and historical figures. Is there a person from the past, artist, politicians, simply anyone you would like to meet? There are so many people, it's really hard to choose, so I will take the easy route and say Agatha Christie. I am still in awe of her ability to create such great plots, as well as some surprising plot twists which were novel for her time. I really would like to be in her mind when she was writing those phenomenal mystery books. Question 4. Alexandre Dumas wrote some pretty chunky books. For example, The Count of Monte Cristo is almost over 1,000 pages. As opposed to his son, Alexandre Dumas Jr., whose only book, The Lady of the Camellias, is less than 180 pages. What is the longest and the shortest book you read? The longest book I read is War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. Actually, The Count of Monte Cristo is a close second. And the shortest work that I read was an online story, The Boy by Erika Johansson, which belongs to the universe of Queen of Tearling series. The second shortest work was a picture book that I read for Picture This Readathon. Picture Me in the Future by Craig Strasshofer. I think it was about 12 pages. Question 5. I don't think there is a video in which I wouldn't mention my favorite book, The Three Musketeers. Is there a book you want everyone to know about? It can be your favorite book of all time, or some recent read you'd recommend to other people. I would actually recommend the best book that I read 2 years ago, Kindred by Octavia E. Butler, because this book fits in many categories. It can be enjoyed by many of my friends. First of all, I think it's a great piece of literary fiction. It contains elements of historical fiction and science fiction as well. It also has a beautiful writing, but it's not hard to read. So it has many qualities that would fit for many readers. Question 6. One of the most famous quotes in literature, all for one, one for all, comes from the pen of Alexandre Dumas. Do you keep track of your favorite quotes when reading? Do you have at least one quote you'd like to share? Which book does it come from? I actually do not take notes of the quotes. I might share them in my social media, but that's all I do. I do not write them. I really do like the opening sentence of The Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. I think this sentence could be the beginning sentence of many books that I've read. And it tells so many things. Question 7. The Three Musketeers is a book of a strong friendship and allegiance. Do you have a favorite fictional friendship? I really do like the platonic friendship between Raymond and Eleanor in Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. I think Raymond is a friend that every person should have. He's so supportive of Eleanor and can deal with anything that she throws at him. Question 8. The Three Musketeers is a story with strong female characters who are brave, fearless, yet gentle and loving. However, some of them prove to be true evil. Do you have a favorite female fictional character? Who is it and why? Well, I do not want to repeat myself over and over again, but it's Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I will choose a new favorite for this tag. It is Molly Murphy by Rhys Bowen. I really do love the character of Molly. She is fierce, strong, a bit stubborn, but she's also very kind and loving. Even though the mysteries in the books are not perfect, I would read any story with Molly in it because I love the character of Molly so much. Question 9. There are more than 50 film adaptations of The Three Musketeers. Is there a film adaptation that you enjoyed more than the actual book? To have a sort of an unpopular opinion, I think the new version of the Lord of the Rings trilogy by R.R. Tolkien is better than the books. I actually do feel a bit bored in the long descriptions of the fantasy world, and it is much more easier for me to visualize this wonderful world that the author created in the adaptations. Question 10. I own 3 different editions of Three Musketeers. Is there a book you own more than one edition of? No. I'm not a book hoarder. I usually donate them. So if there is a book that I want to keep, I would keep the prettiest edition. So that's why I do not have more than one edition of a book. Question 11. Have you read The Three Musketeers or any other book by Alexandre Dumas? If yes, which one? I read The Three Musketeers, I read The Count of Monte Cristo and Black Tulip by Alexandre Dumas. My favorite was The Count of Monte Cristo. The Black Tulip comes at the second place. I'm sorry to say that Three Musketeers was my least favorite, but I still gave it a 7 out of 10 because I thought the plot was exciting, but I didn't love the characters. And the final question is tagging some friends to do this tag. I've looked at some channels that I wanted to tag. Found 3 channels that have not done this tag at the time that I'm filming this video. The first one is Dark Root Creations. The second one is Lisa in Bookland. And the third one is the great Marilyn Mendoza. All of these 3 ladies have great channels that you should definitely check out. So those were my answers for the Three Musketeers tag. Thank you, Emily, for tagging me. Please comment down below. Do you have a favorite quote and what is it? And if you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. As for Turkish word of the day, I'm going to choose best. Best means en iyi in Turkish and en iyi are our Turkish words of the day. Have a good day.